Hey guys, Calvin here with the High Tech Guys on YouTube. We're hammering out so you don't have to. And today, I want to go ahead and bring to you a new feature that's come up for the Windows 10 technical preview. Just launched. Microsoft has kept to their word and is releasing more updates more frequently for the people that are on the fast ring. Some people are on a slow ring. Slow ring people will get this soon. But as of right now, as of recording this, it has not come out for the slow ring just yet, which means that you don't have an option for an ISO file. But basically, this is a build of Windows 10, and there's been very slight changes to inside the build. But the biggest change is that this includes a version of Project Spartan, which is going to be the new browser that's going to replace Internet Explorer as the main browser for Windows 10. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and show you what the browser is about. So if you click here, it doesn't even have an official name yet. It's still Project Spartan, so keep that in mind. I'm not sure if they're going to keep it or not. I don't think they are, just because it's called Project. But you know, it's here. If you click on it, you get this nice, very modern-esque user interface, and it's pretty good. I like the way it's designed. It's pretty straightforward, simple, to the point. You know, you have your address bar here. Type that in, comes up. You can do searches, you know, refresh, all that good stuff. And it seems like they've integrated it with the title bar that is normally up top here for other apps that are modern apps. So I do like that also, which is nice. There's a couple of things inside here that makes this a very unique experience when it comes to Internet Explorer. I'm going to show you those now and kind of go over the features with you as a whole. So the very first thing that you're going to notice is that when you're inside here, you're going to have a couple of options here at the top. Now, one of these is to make a web note, which is probably the biggest kind of standout feature that people are going to see. So if you click on this, it puts into like a note-taking mode. As you can see, it's got the purple, so it's kind of reminiscent of OneNote. And it'll allow you to actually, hold on, let me close that. Sorry, another update. It allows you to actually draw on the screen. I'm here drawing with my finger. This is a resistive screen, those old screens, so kind of bear in mind the little glitches and this, that, and the other. But lets you draw on the screen on what you want or do. If you want to highlight something, you can highlight something, and then you can share that with different services. So if you hit the share button up top, and right now I don't have any share options, but you can choose to share it to OneNote, you can choose to share it to you know, OneDrive, a bunch of different options there, and that's pretty cool. Or you could just save it as a photo onto your computer. So it's very nice. I like the fact that you can do something like this. You know, it will make something like, for instance, if you're a web designer and you want to go over a certain look of your website with a person or a customer, and you want to highlight something, but you don't want to, you know, they may not be able to easily see it. You can do this. You can show it to them where you're talking about, where you want to make changes at, share that. Or, you know, if you just want to show someone something really cool, you could do that in a kind of interactive way. So I like this. It's a very nice feature. I don't see me using this much. I don't necessarily see a lot of people using this much, but it is a very nice feature to have that's built into the browser. So if you do decide to use it, you can. So it's a really cool feature to have, which is the web note. So I'm going to exit this. And if you exit, as you can see, it takes you back to your main interface, so the ads come back and that kind of thing. So if you also look, there are a couple more options that you have as well. So I'm going to go ahead and go to the verge.com. And the next one I'm going to do is the reading mode, basically. So I'm going to click on an article. And let's say I want to do the, here, charges say crooked feds use Bitcoin as a license to steal, yada yada yada. It's crazy, right? Now when you bring up The Verge and a lot of other websites for that matter, you have a lot of different elements to the websites that you have to go through. You know, if you look up at the top, you got your different links up here for the different options you can click on. You got the links over here on the right hand side for sponsorships and other articles as well. You have a bunch of different graphics and different font sizes and sharing options and a bunch of stuff, right, all over the place, and videos and everything else, right? Sometimes you just want to read the article. You don't want to go through all that stuff and have to sift through everything that's on the page, you know, or have to worry about this on, say, a small screen. Now, this is a pretty large screen, so it's not, you know, that bad. But say if you're on something like a 10-inch screen, you know, you don't want to necessarily have all this stuff, all these elements on the screen all at once. So you can hit this right here, which is basically the reading view. It's very similar to the reading view on Windows Phone, which has been around for a while. And basically, if you hit on this, it'll give you a really nice, simplified, text-only view of the website that you're on. So in this, I can look at this like a page or an article, and just read through it. As you can see, with none of the pictures, none of the graphics, none of the other stuff that's all throughout the page, and it's very, very easy to read. You can also edit this and change the different styles of it. You can make it a black background, or you can make it more of like a paper background, or make it an all-white background. You can change the font size, to make it easier for you to read if you need a larger font or a smaller font. So it's a really, really nice view, and I really do like the fact that this is integrated and that it works with most websites that I've been to, especially ones that have articles and that kind of thing associated with them. The only thing I would say about this view that I don't necessarily like is that in landscape it does look a little strange, just because it's a very straightforward kind of portrait style look. But if you do have a tablet or a screen that can be rotated, or monitor that can be rotated, then you can put this inside this mode, and it'll look a bit more like a actual page that you're reading through, instead of actually a website that's been altered. But other than that, though, it's a very nice look. I do just love the way that this is done. And this feature I probably will be using a lot more than even the web note feature, just because it's just easier to read things. And then you also can click off it, and it'll take you back to the normal view. So that way you don't lose anything. If you want to go back and check on something, you can. So I really do like that there. The other addition to it is also Cortana. Now, I don't think I have a Cortana enabled. No, I do. Actually, good. All right, so if you pilot over something inside the website, say for instance, like you want to learn more about news, you can ask Cortana what news is, and they'll basically look up a dictionary option for you on what that is. And more features for Cortana is going to come. Right now, this is an early build, so you don't have all the features, so like integrating it with your calendar and integrating it with a bunch of other things that Microsoft plans to do in the future. But for right now, the fact that it's even in here at all is nice to see, and that is going to be expounded upon by the time Windows 10 actually comes out. So that's a very, very nice feature to have, just to kind of have around. It's not necessarily that important. Other browsers can technically do the same thing with add-ins and whatnot. But still, the fact that it's baked in is pretty nice. And also, from what I've been hearing, it's not been, of course, official yet, but with more applications, more add-ons, that kind of thing coming out, they're going to give you the option to be able to integrate that into Project Spartan as well. So that way, it'll be a little bit more integrated than it is, I think, on Internet Explorer. Probably more similar to what it is on either Google Chrome or on Firefox. Of course, don't quote me on that, and hopefully a lot of those bad add-ons that people created over the years won't carry over, that makes your browser slow and all the other stuff as well. So there are a couple problems with this build as well. It's not all sunshine and rainbows. Like I said, this is a very early build, so there are a couple times where you pull up a website and it doesn't pull up correctly, or it just glitches out, which isn't cool. Or say if I want to go to Google Plus, for instance, if we go plus.google.com, basically Google will say, hold on, let me type this in. All right, here we go. Basically, Google Plus will say here that your browser's no longer supported. Download Internet Explorer, Firefox, Safari, or Chrome, just because it's basically none of those. So you're gonna have to expect a couple bumps down the road when it comes to things like that. Of course, some website manufacturers are going to have to update their websites to make this better. But it's still something that you're gonna have to keep in mind once you do move over to this, which is why I think of course keeping Internet Explorer as an option to be built into Windows is still a good thing. And then also keeping Chrome around and some other things is also nice too. So also one of the other things I noticed is that if you are to go to a video, for instance, so we're going to go to youtube.com, and say if I click on this video,
we're going to talk about the future of mobility.
Screen,
and mobility.
It actually won't go all the way full screen yet, and I'm pretty sure I'm just missing the feature on how to do it, but I cannot find it, which would mean that it's probably just a bad UI element implementation so far. I have tried to do the zoom where you hit the full screen button, It makes Spartan full screen, but not the actual video full screen. And then of course zooming in, it kind of gets the same effect, but then you start to lose, some of the elements on the screen. And so basically, I can't find a simplified full screen view, which is annoying when you're trying to watch like a lot of videos and that kind of thing. Sometimes you want to have things in full screen. So, other than those two main complaints, and besides there's regular bugs and glitches in here and there, I love it. It seems to be a really good browser. Right now, of course, it's really early in development, so we'll have to wait and see and see if this can take off. But I think it's a very, very good direction Microsoft's going into to create a new browser that's going to be part of the modern experience for everybody when Windows 10 come out. And the fact that it's not going to be really anything like Internet Explorer. It's not going to be bogged down. It's not going to be prone to viruses or any other problems like it was with Internet Explorer. It probably still will in the future because it's still being bundled with an OS. But as of right now, it's a nice clean slate to start with. That's a new rendering engine. It's a new everything. So I like the fact that it's here and that Microsoft's doing some pretty cool things with it. Okay, so let me go ahead and exit off this. But basically, that is Project Spartan so far in a nutshell. If you guys have any questions, or if you have any comments about Project Spartan, or if you tried it yet, if you're not tried it yet, if you're interested in trying it, please feel free to leave a comment down below to voice your opinion on it. Hopefully, this video you did like. If you did like it, feel free to hit that like button. Share it with other people if you want to go ahead and share it with others to explain to them about Project Spartan. And also, if you guys have any requests or anything particular that you guys want to see, feel free to leave those also down in the comments below, man. We're here to do videos based upon your guys' opinion. So the more that people tell us what they want to see, the more we're going to actually be able to do it. So, yeah, like I said, feel free to say, hey, I want to see this, I want to do this. It could be anything from hardware to software. We here at High Tech Guys are here to review it, look at it, get our hands on it so you don't have to. So, yeah, thanks again for watching. Have a good day. Enjoy your video.